Good afternoon, class 10. Today we will start Science Chapter 9, Heredity and Evolution. Heredity. It is a transfer of characters from parents to their offspring or children. So, evolution, it is a sequence of gradual changes which takes place in the organisms over a millions of years, in which new species are formed. In this chapter, you have to learn more new terms like traits, variations, progeny. So children, you have to give more attention for this chapter. Okay children, let's start today's lesson, heredity and evolution. Children, you everybody know about the reproduction. We have already read in the class 8 also. Reproduction, it is a process in which new organisms are formed. There are mainly two types of reproduction, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, variations or differences are more than asexual reproduction. If you observe a field of sugar cane, we find very little variations among the individual plants. But in a number of animals, including human beings, which reproduce sexually, quite distinct variations are visible among different individuals. So children, in this chapter, we shall be studying the mechanism by which variations are created and inherited. The long-term consequences of the accumulation of variations are also an interesting point to be considered. So children, see the next accumulation of variations. The reproduction of organisms produce variations. The significance of a variation shows up only if it continues to be inherited by the offspring for several generations. We can see this clear from following examples like bacterium produce two bacteria by asexual reproduction. Again, suppose that one of the offspring bacteria has a variation due to which it can tolerate a little higher temperature than the other. So, the variation of little more heat resistant will go on accumulating in the offsprings of successive generation of this bacteria. So children, what is the advantages of variations? The great advantage of variations to the species is that it increases the chances of its survival in a changing environment. For example, the accumulation of heat resistant variation in some bacteria will ensure its survival even when the temperature in its environment rises too much due to a heat wave or some other reasons. So, such type of bacteria which cannot tolerate the heat, such bacteria can die also. Okay children, next you can see here the example also in the variation. If you see compare with your friend the earlobes, some of your friend you can see such type of earlobes, free earlobes. This type of earlobe is known as the free earlobes, and this one is the attached earlobe. Free earlobe or attached earlobe is a variation found in human population. These are the variations found in the human population. Not only here, in the color of the eye also you can see this one is the bluish color and that one pupil of the eye is the blackish color. So such type of variation you can see in the, so different types of variation. These all depend upon the, mainly you have to remember these terms like chromosomes, DNA, genes. Without this all, it is very difficult to understand. So children, remember that chromosome. What is chromosome? It is a thread-like structure in the nucleus. Where it is present? It is present in the nucleus of a cell formed of DNA. that thread-like structure that is formed of DNA. DNA, it is a deoxyribonucleic acid which carries the genes from parents to their offspring. So, I already told you that you have to remember the definition of chromosome and gene. What is gene? Gene are actually units of heredity which transfer characteristics from parents to their offspring during reproduction. During the reproduction, it carries the information from or characters from parents to their offspring. Genes work in pairs. Genes cannot represent a single, always it works in pairs. So genes are represented by letters. Genes controlling the same characteristics are given the same letters. For example, the gene for tallness. Any tall tree or tall plant or tall people is represented by the letter T, capital T, whereas the gene for dwarfness is represented by the letter small letter t. The letter capital T and letter small t actually represent two forms of the same gene. So, know that genes had not been discovered at the time when Mendel conducted his experiment on pea plants. This Mendel's experiment I will explain you in the next class. But you have to remember that the tall and dwarf plants or human being, these all are the characteristics. So, genes for controlling the same characteristics of an organism can be of two types. Mainly, you have to remember this, okay, dominant or recessive. These are the new terms you have to remember, dominant or recessive. The gene which decides the appearance of an organism even in the presence of an alternative gene is known as dominant gene. It dominates the recessive gene for the same characteristics on the other chromosome of the pair. The gene which can decide the appearance of an organism only in the presence of another identical gene is called a recessive gene. So, dominant or recessive, you can see the capital, both are capital T, this one capital T and small letter t. These are the dominant and recessive, you can see. So here another new term you have to remember, that genotype and phenotype. What is genotype? Remember children, because all you have to remember such type of terms only in this chapter. In simple word, genotype is the description of genes present in an organism. So children, phenotype also you have to remember that the characteristics which is visible in an organism is called its phenotype. Whatever characteristics visible, for example, if you see tall or dwarf, that you can see, okay, we can see by us, our eyes, or seen by us, or they are visible to us. The phenotype of an organism is actually its physical characteristic which is determined by its genotype. So this one is the genotype and phenotype is a visible character. So children, go through this all, and next class I'll give you questions related this paragraph, and you have to go through this totally and very carefully you have to read, and you have to answer question when I will give the questions. Good luck children.